What's up, chicklets? How y'all doing? Today we are not only going to be taking a look at this, but we're going to be comparing it to this. Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Ashley.
Last year we sold our house and we're traveling across the country with our kids.
Hi, my name's Goose, and this is Maverick. Come join us!
Let's start off by introducing our two competitors. Over here we have our heavyweight. This is the Demco Auto Slider hitch with a 18,000 pound total weight capacity and 4,500 pound tongue weight capacity. Now this man is a beast. He weighs in at 380 pounds, and that is not including the quick release plate underneath. So including that quick release plate, we're well over 400 pounds. And the benefit of this hitch is it is an auto slider hitch. So the further you turn, the hitch automatically slides back up to 14 inches, allowing you to turn well up to 90 degrees if not past. And our other competitor over here on my left is the Andersen Hitch. This is our lightweight competitor. He weighs in at 35 pounds. That's right. 35 pounds. It's almost nothing. And even though it's so light, it has the same tongue weight capacity at 4,500 pounds, as well as a greater max weight towing capacity at 24,000 pounds. You heard me right. It can tow 6,000 pounds more than the Demco. Now, the downside of this is it is not an auto slider hitch. That is why I didn't go with this guy to begin with. I wanted that extra 14 inches of travel so I wouldn't bust out my back window. And before we get any further, I want to let you know that both of these hitches are going to be linked up down below in the descriptions. You don't just have to take my word for it. You can read other people's reviews and opinions over on Amazon. Speaking of reviews, I have previously reviewed this Demco slider hitch, letting you know why I chose that slider over other sliders out there, both manual and auto sliders. So if you want more details on that, you can check out that link right there. The main point of today's video is going to be to review this bad boy, the Andersen Hitch, and then compare it loosely to the Demco Auto Slider. I am hoping, fingers crossed, I have talked to many full-time people that have traveled with this thousands of miles in a short bed truck, and it has worked excellent for them. So I'm hoping that by testing it out today, we will be able to replace our massive 400+ pound Demco Auto Slider with this 35 pound hitch. But before we decide on that, let's test it out. So in addition to hearing horror stories about people busting out their rear windows in short bed trucks, one of the other reasons we went with the Auto Slider a year and a half ago is because I wanted to have room to put my daughter's little TTR 50 dirt bike between the trailer and the cab of the truck. So that bike actually stays there while we're towing. That's the power of the slider hitch, is not only do I have room to not worry about breaking my rear window, but I have space that I can fit a full-on dirt bike in there. I am hoping with my fingers crossed that the Andersen Hitch will be able to do that, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't think I'm gonna have room for the dirt bike. So that's gonna be the real test today. So because the hitch weighs so much, you actually have to remove it in sections. So first off, we're gonna remove this top hitch, which is the articulating piece that attaches to the tongue of your fifth wheel. Thankfully, it's a pretty easy removal. One quick release pin, and then take out this mess. And there you go. So there's about 30 or 40 pounds of the hitch right there. And believe it or not, because this hitch weighs so much, this is actually as empty as our truck bed has been in a year and a half. I have never once taken this out, even though it has the 4 quick release pins. It just weighs far too much. So 4 of those is all that attaches the hitch to the quick release plate. Actually, inadvertently, that's a really good sneak peek at how the inner workings of the auto slider work. Here, check it out. It's got this giant gear that runs on these tracks. So as this turns, it runs back and forward along those 2 tracks. My poor truck hasn't felt this light in a year and a half. Boom. So as I loosen this, it drops this down to get below my gooseneck bump. once it's low enough, that pin should slide right in underneath it. Boom, just like that. Then we put this pin back in. Make sure it's underneath. Then we do the opposite. We'll tighten this down to 60 foot-pounds and tighten these guys back. All right, step one is done. The hitch is officially attached to the bed of the truck. Now we got to move on to step two. This is something that is different than the Demco hitch. One of the reasons I liked the Demco hitch is you didn't have to do anything to the tongue, the kingpin of your trailer. But for this one, you do have to attach this quick release to the tongue of your trailer, but it is a one-size-fits-all. Unlike with the other auto slider hitches like I talked in the previous video, you had to figure out exactly which one for your model of trailer. Unlike that, this will fit pretty much every single kingpin out there for your fifth wheels. Technically, you don't have to pre-drill for self-tapping screws, but it does make life a lot easier if you do. One of the nice features that they've designed on the Andersen hitch is that the receiver has a cone funnel shape on it. So even if you're not directly underneath it, the funnel will kind of guide it into the center of where you need to be. So that gives you like a 6-inch window for backing up, which makes it way easier. Theoretically that's it, I guess? So weird. All right guys, let's talk about first reactions with the Andersen hitch. So far, hooking up for the very first time was super easy. The only hitch I slightly ran into was, if you notice on the ball right there, there are 3 different tiers for raising and lowering the height, and I went to go on the very low one just to try and have as low profile as possible. And then when I first hooked up, I realized it felt a little bit low, so I bumped it up to the second notch. But it was super easy to do comparatively to the Demco slider, where you have to remove 8 bolts and torque them down to like 60 foot-pounds. This was a simple quick release pin that I pulled out, bumped up 1 notch, and then hooked up again. Really simple. All right, let's talk about probably my #1 fear with this hitch is I was totally worried about my turning radius. Like I said earlier, I know many people that have towed all around the country with this hitch and haven't had any issues on a short bed truck. But I was trying to see how tight I could turn. Could I get to that coveted 90-degree angle like the slider hitches claim they can do? And no, I could not get to 90 degrees, but I got so dang close. As you guys saw right here with this footage, we got probably to 80, 85 degrees, which is more than enough for pretty much any situation you have out there. So really my only test that I need to do now is seeing what the dirt bike feels like up there. But after doing that backup and getting as close to 90-degree test, I don't really have any fear. I think it's gonna fit in there no problem. Okay, it's been just over a month since we filmed that install and first tested out the Andersen hitch here. So we've traveled through 5 different states, well over 1,000 miles. And as you guys can see, Goose's dirt bike is in the back of the truck here with the hitch. The only thing we've had to change so far is Goose's bicycle used to sit right where I am now, but that just didn't quite fit. So we swapped out Goose's bicycle for Maverick's little coaster bike, which is much smaller, so that fits here. And then we just strapped Goose's bicycle onto the back of the fifth wheel with my dirt bike, and everything else fits back here. The dirt bike, the gas cans, the water cans, the little cool coaster scooter, it all fits perfectly. I could not be more stoked with how well this Andersen hitch has worked out, and it's shaved off well over 400 pounds from the rear of our truck, which just makes towing so much nicer. One of the last things I wanted to touch on that I forgot to mention earlier is you guys saw me measuring up at the pin box when I was installing the quick release for the Andersen hitch. And the reason I was doing that is because you have to measure the clearance from this ball to the side of your truck right here. And if that distance is shorter than the distance between the hitch and the back of your pin box that I was measuring, then you need to rotate it and remount the quick release in the opposite direction. By keeping that quick release hitch in the forward facing position, it pushes your trailer back at least 6 inches, giving you that much more space between the trailer and the cab of your truck. And if we had to rotate that quick release around 180 degrees so it was rear facing, it would actually scoot your trailer closer to the cab, so it would actually give you less clearance. So just keep that in mind when you are calculating the amount of space you'll have. Up here is the distance between the side rails of your bed of your truck and the center point of the hitch here. That has to be greater than the size of your pin box. We were right on that cusp, like seriously within like a ½ an inch of not being able to do that. So I just went for it and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go big or go home, and it worked. So I'm so glad I did. So if you have a short bed truck and you're contemplating whether or not you should go with a slider hitch, whether it be an auto or manual, those are wonderful, and I towed with it for well over a year and I had no worries about my rear window. So if you want that like 100% peace of mind, then go for a slider hitch, but just know it does have its downsides, such as the size and weight of them. This thing has been phenomenal. I honestly did not think it was gonna work as well as it did. I didn't think, like you guys saw in the beginning of this video, I did not think this dirt bike was gonna fit back here. But even with the bike here, I'm still able to go up to like 80 degrees in turns, which is far greater than I ever wanna do, because that puts so much strain on the tires when you're towing. We actually liked this hitch so much, you guys, that we ended up listing our Demco Auto Slider for sale on Craigslist. So we're trying to sell that because we just don't have any room for it. We've replaced it and have relied on this 100% since we were in Texas. So if you guys have any questions about this Andersen hitch or the slider hitches, leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them and clarify if you guys are right on the bubble trying to figure out which way you should go. But for the price, weight, size, and everything of this Andersen hitch, I cannot recommend it enough. But until next time, guys, remember, stay positive, get out there. Life is an adventure, so make some memories.